Hey guys, welcome back to the Dynamic Body Project. I'm Dr. Swearingen. Today we're reviewing the Dynamic Mobility Project. This is a project that I use to prepare my body before any type of activity that I'm going to be performing, whether it's working out, hiking, household, or yard chores. It's just a way to get a lot of good mobility, a lot of good lubrication to the joints, and to get these muscles, tendons, joint capsules prepared for the forces we're going to throw at them. Typically, we go through step by step on these videos, but today I'm going to show you the project first, and then I'm going to come back and explain why we're doing certain things. Every single movement we do is 20 repetitions in the project. For time's sake, I'm just going to show 2 or 3 movements of each one, and then we can review at the end. So let's jump right into it. We have shoulder circles forwards. We have shoulder circles backwards. We have full front raise. We have full lat raise. We have shoulder tees. We have shoulder rows. We have shoulder shrugs. We have shoulder press. We have core lateral bends. We have core rotations. We have hips, open the gate, or backward circles. We have hips, forward circles, or close the gates. We have lateral leg swings. We have forward leg swings. "20 repetitions of each." Now let's go through some nuances real fast. Whenever we're doing the shoulder circles forwards and backwards, we're doing independent arms. We do not want a lot of shoulder or thoracic spine rotation or lateral bending, compensation. We want to try and stay rigid through here. For beginners, take your time. For people that have tried this, we know that we don't have any pain, clicking, popping, things that are causing discomfort. If you have popping and clicking, don't be alarmed. If it hurts, we want to avoid that though. Now, whenever we focus on the external rotation, I always say there's a wall, a glass wall here, or a window, and we're window washers, and we always want to wash that window with the palm of our hand. We don't wash the window with the back of the hand. So if I'm throwing the ball forward, I'm doing a forward shoulder circle. I start with my thumb back. It comes up, over and down. As it's coming down to the bottom, we start turning the thumb back out. We're creating external rotation of the shoulder up over the top. Now we're in internal rotation. It's very important that we work that mechanic. Keep the elbow as straight as possible. We want to lengthen all the tissues. The exact same thing for the left arm. If we're throwing the ball forward or we're doing shoulder circles forwards, the thumb is back, up, and over. I put my hand on my chest because that really tells me how much I cheat whenever I do this. I can feel my chest rotate away. For backward shoulder circles, we start with the thumb face backwards, and now we're just going to do a back stroke. As we're coming down, the palm is facing away, we just turn it over. We get into internal rotation, back to external rotation. 20 repetitions, 20 repetitions, and you can make it fluid. For the front raise, we want to reach as far through as we can so we can get that anterior capsule. And then on the way up, we want to get true shoulder flexion. So I bring my thumb back. I want to reach my thumbs back. I'm not braking with my thoracic spine. I keep my rib cage pulled down. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. 20 repetitions. Reach into that hard in range. If it's painful, avoid it. But if it is just firm and discomfort, reach in there. Teach those tissues it's okay to move. Control these movements though. Don't be loosey-goosey. Nice and firm. Tick and tock. Lateral raise. The same drill applies. We do not break in the thoracic spine. But I want to keep my arms straight and reach as far behind me as I can. If I am pirouetting, I'm breaking my elbows, I would rather us finish out in front in a good position than finish in this position here. We're creating internal rotation as we break this, and it's not the mechanic we're trying to train. We want to get full external rotation of the shoulder with abduction. The lateral raise is what we're focused on. Working this mechanic. Touch and touch. 20 repetitions. The T's, the big rule is we're not conducting an orchestra. We don't want to see, again, internal rotation. This is what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to force that external rotation with this. So fingers touch, and I throw water over my shoulders. My thumbs go back. Really nice through the pec, into the bicep as well. Now, the rows. My palms are down. I have a lot of liberty here. I can do strict 90 rows, I can do 45 rows, or I can do T rows. To be honest, I pick the row depending on the exercise. If I'm going to be bench pressing, I get more pull through here whenever I'm in the T position. Experiment, play with it. 20 repetitions. Do notice that my hands are open and my palms are facing down. My palms are facing up and my hands closed. Work your elbows, work your wrists, work the forearms, flexors, and extensors. It's free, you're already doing the movement. Go ahead and jump in with it. Shoulder shrugs. We want to pull up and back at a 45-degree angle. We don't want to work poor posture, broken down mechanics. Squeeze, squeeze. We take a little longer with the shoulder shrugs because this is one that we want to really contract and get that isometric activation of those traps to be aware. That levator scap, the erectors of the spine, the rhomboids are getting activated. This is a good dynamic muscle activator, and we want to work that shoulder girdle as we perform that. 45 degrees back. The shoulder press is the exact same rules as the lateral raises. We want to start in the stick 'em up position. I want to reach up and overhead as high as I can. I don't want to break my thoracic spine, lumbar spine, and I don't want to finish in the pirouette. I would rather us finish here in a good mechanic than finish here in a broken down mechanic. I've talked about internal rotation a lot. Why? Our shoulder will end at its full shoulder flexion, but we need to gain more range. So what do? We break our thoracic spine, or we internally rotate to gain more range. Our body will compensate without us even being aware. This warm-up is trying to improve the good mechanics that we have. You're going to get your body into poor positions. You're going to internally rotate overhead at times. That's okay. What we're trying to do is train new range, warm up the range that we have, and prepare for the activities we're going to do. With the core, the lateral bending, my feet are screwed in. I stiff leg on the outside and I break down on the inside. So I'm firm. My belt buckle is what moves. I don't rotate over, my shoulder stays square. So I can really feel it through my obliques, I can feel it through my QLs, I can feel it through a little bit of the lat, I feel it in the IT band and TFL and even the glutes a little bit. So we want to lean, and I'm throwing my hips each way. Firm on the outside. Shoulder rotations, I screw my feet in, but my knees, belt buckle, chest, everything turns. We're going to turn and turn, reach and reach. If you get motion sickness, notice that my head doesn't go with that. I'll throw up everywhere. I get super motion sick doing that. So I pick a spot and turn through it. I find my angles. I want to reach as far as I can though. You might get some popping and clicking in the spine. The body's just aligning itself. As long as it's not painful, that's okay. The final part, the lower body. Whenever we do the open the gate or the backward circles, we want to drive our knee up, but then I want to lead with the outside of my knee. I'm externally rotating my hip and I open as far as I can. Now I internally rotate and point. That was very mechanical. Work the mechanical variation of this until you can free flow. Knee up, externally rotate, internally rotate, and point. Things we don't want. We don't want to flex our upper body. We just want to have as much hip extension as we can create. My hip extension didn't change because I lowered my torso. So stay firm upstairs. Whenever we close the gates or we do hip circles forwards, we're wanting to make as big of a circle with our leg and foot as we can. I keep my leg fixed. My knee is locked. So I can stir the pot, I call it. If you keep, the closer your foot is to your butt, the easier it is. The smaller the circle, the farther away your foot is, the harder it is. Start small and improve your distance. And we're just going to reach up and over. 20 repetitions, big circles. Popping, clicking, snapping is very common. Big circles, reach and create those big circles with the leg. The leg swings, we're on the balls of the feet. That way we can clear. Create a tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. This is the motion you want. Notice that my belt buckle turns depending on where my foot is. It follows it. Once you get comfortable with this though, we start reaching. Throw and throw. 20 repetitions, same thing over here. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Once you feel good though, we're going to start throwing. 20 repetitions. The last exercise can be done two ways. The first way, we're hanging on. We want to be on the wall. We want to be on something that we can stabilize with. When my leg comes forward, I am closing that gap to lengthen the posterior chain. When my leg goes back, I'm extending to lengthen the anterior chain. So tick and tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Once you start feeling good, throw it. Don't let the hip open in the back. Stay firm and square here so you can lengthen the anterior chain. Once you feel comfortable with this though, we can come off the wall. Now we're working neural re-education on this left leg. You saw I just lost my balance a little bit. That's what the wall's there for. We can run hurdles. Reposition. And it's just there. You're training the left leg to balance while the right leg is working on mobility. Same thing with the left side. The leg I'm swinging is always close to the side that I'm stabilizing on, because this is going to be the side I most commonly fall to. Hold on. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Start throwing it. Once you feel comfortable, you come off. 20 repetitions. Guys, as always, like, share, save our videos, subscribe. If you ever have any questions, feel free to call us. Leave comments at the bottom of the page. Until next time, have a good day.